Hi, I'm Timothy Guy with the Press Enterprise here with some tragic news. Mitch Lucker of the band Suicide Silence died after a tragic accident on Halloween. Vanessa Franco here with the audiophile is here to talk about it.
Yes, Mitch was the lead singer for Suicide Silence. They started in Riverside about a decade ago. He was riding his motorcycle in Huntington Beach, where he lives now, on Halloween night, and he lost control of the motorcycle and hit a light pole. And he was thrown from the bike. The paramedics worked on him. He was taken to the UCI Medical Center in Orange County, where he died on Thursday, November 1st. And it's very sad. It's a death that has shocked the music world. Fans such as Dave Dramian from Disturbed, his bandmates, a lot of people there's been a lot of outpouring of support.
Now, for those who don't know, can you tell us just a little bit about the band and what kind of music there was for those who do not know?
Suicide Silence started, like I said, about 10 years ago here in the IE, and they kind of melded the worlds of hardcore punk and heavy metal and a lot of screaming. Like Mitch was known for his screaming vocals, and it was really like a whole new wave of metal and this just power and emotion and brutality that really hadn't been heard in that way, where you're blending like the death metal with like the hardcore punk music. So it really, at that time, the genre was completely changing, and they went on to headline a bunch of tours, including they played the Mayhem Fest. This is one of the photos when they were on the bill in 2011. They had a lot of fans all over the place, and a lot of people said to me yesterday, like, have I heard Suicide Silence? So, they weren't the band that would get a lot of airplay on the radio. Like there were some shows that would play them. They're not something you're going to see on MTV, but they had 2 million plus fans on Facebook. This was a band that was very involved in social media, very, very dedicated to the fans, and they met people on tours like Mayhem and the Warped Tour, and that's how they cultivated this incredibly loyal fan base.
Now, speaking of the loyal fan base, I know there was vigils held yesterday, Thursday. Can you tell, you were actually on scene for one of them. Could you talk a little bit about the vigil?
Yes, there were 2 vigils. There was one in Huntington Beach where at the site of the accident where Mitch's band members were and his family. There was also another one in Riverside at Back to the Grind that was put on by some longtime friends of Mitch's. These folks went back together from the days of the Showcase Theater in Corona, which has been gone for a few years now. That's where Suicide Silence really got their momentum going, was right there in Corona at this theater, and a lot of friends. It was very somber, and Jacob Cato, one of Mitch's longtime friends, had actually had an art exhibit at Back to the Grind last night for Arts Walk, and Mitch was supposed to be there, and they turned it into a memorial for him, and he had this beautiful banner, and like there were some words said. People lit candles for him, and this was obviously like a group of very close friends. There were about 24 people there, like people who've known Mitch. One gentleman I spoke with has known Mitch since they were in junior high and went skateboarding together. So it was very intimate, and that it was really, I really appreciate that they let us come in to talk to them and document it.
Now, Vanessa has done some extensive writing about this in the last 2 days. Where can people go if they would like to know more about this?
You can go to pe.com/iGuide. You can also go to my blog at blog.pe.com/audio-file. There are a lot of things. We have memories from fans. Some fans have been sending in photos. I've been trying to post those. We have videos that people have sent along. And as more news develops and as more people send me things, I'm happy to post it, because this is somebody, he meant a lot to people around the world, but Mitch brought together a lot of people in the music community. One of the things that I saw yesterday is that all kinds of bands from the Inland area, they weren't metal bands that were indie rock bands, folk bands, everyone was talking about Mitch because he was somebody who everybody knew, and nobody had bad things to say about him. If you ever played a show with him or he came to your show, like, people really had a lot of respect for him in the local scene as well. So I'll be updating with news as it develops.
Thank you, Vanessa, and thank you for watching.